It's been a little bit since I've done a training vlog, so let's do one. I did a skill day earlier this week, some front lever holds as well as some tuck planche holds. So today I'm gonna focus more on actual lifts, actual exercises, trying to address some of my weaknesses. So we'll start off with handstand push-ups since my shoulder still feels a little weird and I need to work on my handstand push-up strength. I've only done this exercise one other time. I saw Bodyweight Warrior doing it on Instagram. He had a shoulder surgery, I think. Something related to his shoulder, a really bad injury or a surgery or both. And this is one of the exercises he was doing. We'll also address front levers by doing some tuck front lever rows. I'll do some kettlebell swings for my cardio. I'm walking right now, so that's a little bit of cardio, but I'm just not gonna do like jump rope or running, which I've been doing lately. I'll just finish it off with some good old swings, trying to work on my form. So here is what a day of calisthenics training looks like for me. Now is about the time I switch over to rocks. And if you're asking why, there's no real reason to it. I just like to train without my shoes on if I'm doing body weight stuff where the extra ounces matter. And this just allows me to easily flip them on and off. The ladies love it too. Move on to handstand push-ups. My hardest exercise first. Also hardest because I'm recovering from a weakness. There's a chance it might not feel good. We'll see. If full handstand push-ups aren't it today, then I'll just move on to like some pike push-ups, modify as needed. 8 reps, didn't beat what I did last time, but my shoulder feels good and that didn't feel like death, so I'll take it. Also, one thing to note when doing handstand push-ups is it's okay to use your feet to kind of help yourself walk up the wall. Cheat a little bit, that's okay. But when you're comparing your own progress week after week, make sure you're doing it the same. Let's say you do 3 reps clean, 2 reps with assistance. Next week, maybe go for 4 reps clean, 1 rep with assistance. Just keep that in mind when you're evaluating your progress week to week. Don't beat yourself up. If you need a little bit of foot assistance, just keep track of that so that the next time you do it, you could say, hey, I did 5 with assistance last week. I want to do just 1 without it and then finish the rest with assistance and slowly progress your way from there. Next up, we're going to do tuck front lever rows. This is one of those exercises I didn't do early on in my calisthenics career all that often because it felt like I was doing more ego lifting, just like pulling with my arms rather than pulling with my back. I think part of that was due to just me being weak. So if you're not strong enough to do them, you should definitely do an easier variation. But I think there was also a part of me that wasn't doing them because I was so critical of having perfect form. And this is one of those exercises where the risk of injury is so low that even if you don't have perfect form, I think it's worth doing it anyways. Even my last 2 reps there didn't look good as my first 2 reps, but it's okay because I'm just not getting a ton of range of motion. So as long as I know those last 2 reps are kind of garbage and they're not as good as the first 8, then I don't think it's really worth stressing about it or writing the exercise off entirely. But the strength that I have now, I'm happy with a set like that, even if the last 2 or 3 reps weren't perfect. Next on the list are ring dips. Now, usually when I'm doing these exercises, they tend to be first in the workout, but because I did handstand push-ups today, I'm not nearly as worried about using weights or even doing ring turned out dips on the rings. I'm just trying to get pump. I'm just trying to get in additional work, and ring dips do that for me in general, regardless of the variation. So I'm just going for max reps here, get a pump going before I finish with some chin-ups. For most of this year, I've been doing a lot of my planche work on rings. Granted, a very easy variation, tuck planche, but I think it's done wonders for my planche progress because it's just so damn hard to do any planche on rings, even if it's a really bad tuck planche. So give it a shot. And last up, before I move on to cardio with the kettlebell swings, we're just gonna do chin-ups. The only reason I'm doing these is because I wanna hit biceps a little bit and I don't feel like using dumbbells. And also, just in case you guys have a pull-up bar and you don't have dumbbells, there's no excuses. You can't be like, well, I don't have dumbbells, so I can't hit biceps. Just do chin-ups. Easy. Decided to move outside for the kettlebell swings. I just want to say, these are a very new exercise to me. Form is far from perfect. I know there's room to be made, but this is what it's all about. You got to start it, you got to practice it, record yourself to get better, and just accept it's not going to be perfect from the start. And as long as you're not risking injury, it's okay. My kettlebell swings don't look that great after I watch them back, but it's It's like the Adventure Time quote, sucking is the first step towards being sort of good at something. Just accept it and move on with life. The heck? I don't know what that was. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the honest look into my training, what it's about. It's nothing flashy, but honestly, most effective training isn't flashy. Stick to the basics. The basics work for a reason, and if you find that you're repeating yourself a lot with your workouts, that's okay. I like to mix in some content like this every once in a while. One, to let you guys know what real training looks like, unlike a lot of the stuff that you see on Instagram. But two, also to give myself a break from the usual content that I make. All I ask is that if you enjoy this kind of content, if you enjoy these vlogs, just like the video, leave a comment below and say more vlogs, something like that, so that I know these are valuable to you and that you want to see more of these. And if you really want to, you can just support me by subscribing to the channel. That means a lot. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I am sweaty.